Good morning. Well, it's morning here. I don't know if it's morning where you are, but it's morning here. Well, we're back. And today we're going to discuss when spirits use electricity or energy or electrical things to communicate with you. When this first started to happen to me, at first, of course, you always see in the movies, the lights blink on and off, and, everybody gets afraid and scared, and oh my goodness, what's happening? And of course, the movies have put a lot of negative towards any spiritual connection. So you have the people that feel that it's, not so nice energies, right? But the energies that I work with actually showed it in a very loving, caring way. And it started out by just the little lights on the monitor, modem, that, when I would be on the internet, or not even on the internet, when nothing was being used, okay? And all of a sudden, I would notice them like blinking, not going across, but blinking at me. So I tested it. I would ask a question, and I would tell them to blink that light once or twice, depending on the answer, yes or no. And it would respond. And I was totally, I made up the girls, the kids are mad I didn't introduce them. I'm sorry, guys. These are the twins. Kind of funny, like we talked about twins yesterday. But these little ones wanted to be on with me today, and they came from Texas. I have a cousin that lives in Texas, and we hadn't seen each other for a long time. And when she found me, she realized I collect teddies. She sent me these two teddies. I have two cousins that live in Texas, and they're Linda and Ricky. So this is Linda and Ricky. Say hi. Okay, they feel better now. So they would blink the lights to answer the questions on the monitor. And that fascinated me when it caught my eye, when it finally, as they put it, woke up and was aware of what they were doing. I'm telling you, my angels must bang their heads against the walls of heaven some days, because I can be a little bit thick, and it can take a while. It's just like doing these videos. Now, I do EVPs, and when I do an EVP, they've helped me to develop that to a pretty high level. And they kept saying they wanted to be on camera. They wanted to be on the camera. And when I talk to my sister and we use face chat or, then they can see each other. I guess they can see you. Because they'll say, I saw Janice today on the camera. And that's my sister. And I thought, wow, that's kind of fascinating that the spirit world, could actually see. So, but it makes sense because they're right here. So anyway, I know I can be confusing to listen to, and I apologize for that. I'll try to do better. What they really wanted, and it came through in an EVP the other day, because YouTube, that's all that keeps going through, I'd get it every now and then, YouTube. And that's when it's from the spirit world and not from your own thought process, when it just pops in at the weirdest of times. Then it dawned on me. That's what you're talking about. So I did an EVP and asked them, and they said, yeah. So it wasn't that they wanted to see on the videos, like I've been telling people, use your video, they want to see you. But they wanted to do YouTube, and I think they want to reach as many people as they can. So now I know I start to sound a little crazy here, and that's okay for you to feel that way, all right? But when it starts to happen to you, be it 10 years from now, you're going to go, oh my God. The other thing that they did, I found this fascinating. It was a winter time, and I was outside, and I do a lot of my own. I do my own shoveling, snowblowing, and all that. Well, my snowblower had broke, so I was out trying to keep up with this major storm we were getting. And it was one of those storms where you get to the end of what you're shoveling, and by the time you get to the end, the beginning is starting to fill in again. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to go through and scrape this one more time. And I'm out there. This is like 11 o'clock at night. And all of a sudden, the outside light goes off and on, off and on, off and on. And I said, I'll be right there because I know it's them now. I'm at that point and at that level. And I came in, and sure enough, the next day I did an EVP, and they explained to me that I had been out there long enough in that cold weather. I find that fascinating. But that's the ability. That's the ability that we all have. Not just me, but we all have that. But you have to believe, and you have to do the cleansings. You know, not cleansings like going in for a colonoscopy or something. Don't get scared. But you have to try to eat healthy. Try to cleanse your body. Try to detox it from a lot of the things, you know. Try to go with natural foods rather than box foods, all that kind of stuff. Try to get away from the preservatives. And one step at a time, though. One step at a time. Just practice making your eating habits a little healthier. One step at a time. Don't drive yourself crazy over it, because then you won't succeed. That's the problem. People go on diets, and they go from eating what they're used to having, and they deprive their body of everything. And then that negative energy comes in going, I want a freaking cookie, whether you like it or not. So, you know, you might want to pacify that negative energy just a little bit and slowly break it into the changes. And then it won't be so defying. Okay? You're still going to have those days where it comes in and goes, hello, a McDonald's ice cream would be nice. You deserve it. My mom had a secret to that. She had a secret to that, though. When we were trying to lose weight when we were younger, and she would say to me, okay, you want an ice cream? All right. Now she goes, take the ice cream and put it in this hand and look at it. And then take how you want to look or how you want to feel and put it in this hand and look at it. The ice cream's going to last you, if you're really slow at eating it, maybe a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, okay? This hand, if you treat it right, is going to last a lifetime. Is that minute or two going to be worth the life, giving up what you want for the lifetime? And if you take that second to process that thought, the choice is the choice you're making. That's when you realize this is really a choice I'm making. But what's happened in life is everybody's in such a big hurry, and they're in such a, you know, gotta get here, gotta get there. Oh, I guess I'll stop at McDonald's. I don't have time to go home and cook, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know when you leave the house, you're not going to have time to cook. So pack something the night before, or stop on the way to, and get something healthy on the way to work, or whatever the case might be. Maybe you're on a road trip. I took a 3-month road trip. I had to be very careful. It'd be easy to stop and just get crap food on the road for 3 months. We were on a spiritual journey. But I didn't. I stopped and I went into grocery stores, you know. And I bought things that I could, you know, not worry about going bad in the car in a day or two or things like that. But they were healthy. I mean, fruit. You know, you don't have to put fruit in the fridge. Things like that. If I did buy something that was going to, you know, perish, then I made sure it was just enough for that particular meal or that day. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So back to the communication with electronics. They do everything. They do everything. The blinking of the lights. You know, maybe, excuse me, I've had TV programs. All of a sudden my TV won't work. You know, and I'll think, well, what is up with that? Next thing you know, a call comes in. Somebody needs my help. Obviously, I wasn't meant to be sitting watching TV. When I come home, TV works fine. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, and this is where you learn to... Now, 5 years ago, I'd have been like, what is wrong with this damn TV? Every time I tried to sit down, blah, 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 blah. I'd have been just terrible. Now I think, okay, you've got something planned for me. What's going on? And I wait to see it because it's always something. They've never, ever shut the TV off for no reason at all. I find it fascinating. I really do. You know, and it's like, you know, it happens in so many different ways. You can be in the grocery store, and the people in the line are just complaining because that poor girl who is up to her neck with some order that, and, you know, somebody's bought $300 worth of food, and there's one article, doesn't have a price, and there's nobody to find a price. Obviously, she can't leave a register. and go get it. And you're waiting and waiting, and now people are, you can feel that, and then you can hear them. And I'm going, and one lady the other day said to me, "I'm sorry this is taking so long." I said, "That's okay. We're being held up for a reason. Maybe I'd have a car accident on the way home, and you're saving my life right now." She goes, "Oh my goodness, what a beautiful way to look at it." But that's the truth. That's the truth. We don't listen to that little voice in our head. We're so busy, because life isn't going exactly the way we think it should go, that we can't hear the angels because we're too busy complaining. We can't even take that minute to think, wonder why I'm being held up today. You see? I was getting ready for work one day, and this was before all of this started, like this. I mean, I was into mediumship, and I was into, hearing dead people. But a voice out of nowhere, I was getting ready for work, I was in the mirror and brushed my hair and everything, said to me, "Leave early, there's going to be a tractor trailer accident." Okay. So I left early, and sure enough, 3 miles down the road, there was a tractor trailer across the road, and I was delayed. Now, had I not listened to the voice and gone, that's what would have happened. You see? There can be so many things. So many things. If your car doesn't start, maybe there's a reason it doesn't start. Okay? If the TV's not working, there's a reason the TV's not working. Because it's going to work later. Of course, unless you hit it with a hammer or something, obviously it's not going to work later. So you got to be careful, because your own aggravation can cost you a lot of money. Then you have nobody to blame but yourself. You may want to blame somebody else because they made you so mad, but it's actually your own fault because you had no control over your emotions and you hit the TV. So, be careful. It's so much fun. All the different ways they communicate with us. And I could tell you some things that have happened to me that are going to make me sound really crazy. And that's okay. That's okay for you to feel that I'm crazy. Because the day's going to come when it's going to happen to you. When things are going to happen to you and you're going to think, "Oh my goodness, how could I even tell anybody this?" That's why I'm putting it in a book. Nobody's going to believe what I write. They're going to have to make sure they bought it. And it wasn't in the fiction. Because there's been some miraculous things that have gone on since my awakening. During my awakening and after. I'm also going to, I think the next one. Okay, not the next one, because we're still doing communication. But after the communication, I really want to talk to you about what I went through for the ascension process. What happens, because it's not an easy beginning. It's not. You have to give up a lot. And some of it you don't understand. I had nobody to talk to. I knew nothing about ascension. I knew nothing about the awakening. And my angels led me all the way. And they understood that there was fear. Fear makes us, controls us in so many parts of our life. And I'm going to do a video on that as soon as I get done with the different ways that they communicate with us. All right? So again, I just want to bless you all. Whoever your creator is, whatever source of energy that you believe in, that gives you strength to carry on, I bless you with that. As I bless myself, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen and namaste. Please subscribe, click like, and if you have any questions, you can email me at silentdream@gmail.com. 2 L's is silent. Bye.